A1, A1, A1. Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam. Cooler and I'm flyer too. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the show that's cool and fly to A1 Forever Sports. Today is a special day because 3 years ago today, of course, we lost the late, great Kobe Bryant, Gigi Bryant, and also the rest of the passengers in the helicopter that day back in January 26, 2020. So today is I like to have Pat Benson on. Mostly because I know, for one thing, I know for a fact he's a Lakers fan, Kobe fan, and he also wrote that great book that you guys should, be checking out. I'm pretty sure it's still on Amazon for you guys to pick up a copy. So, thank you, Pat, for joining me on such short notice. I know this was last minute, but I appreciate you taking the time out to, come on and talk some Kobe Bryant with me.
Oh yeah, always, Chris. I appreciate it, man. It's good to talk to another Kobe fan on a day that's always going to be tough. But
Right.
with each passing year, I think our tears turn to smiles a little bit more. We're able to reflect a little bit more and appreciate what we had. So yeah, it's always good to talk to you, man.
Definitely. It's just, from that time to now, it's 3 years later. Like you said, it took me 2 years personally. And I will admit this here. Kobe is not my first love. Really, I'm a Jordan guy, but I understand that Kobe loved Jordan, and mimicked his game after him, everything. So it's just, great player. Sad that he's gone, but I'm saying, this right now is not to talk about the sadness. It's to talk about how great Kobe is and was,
For sure.
and everything. And I really, me personally, I really wish that he got a chance to at least to start to embark on some of those journeys that he was, going on after basketball, because I believe he was about to do so much for the game of basketball, on all levels, child, intermediate, adult. I really believe that he was about to do some beautiful things. Of course, he had the academies. Of course, he had his daughter, who was a young killer herself, and it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that Nike got their act together. It's gonna be some Kobe's out there, man. How you look been about trying to get those Grinches, man? I know I've been trying and I've been failing.
Yeah, man, no luck, no luck. I'm glad, like you said, Nike and Vanessa Bryant, the Bryant estate, were able to work out a deal last spring. So I had a couple releases since then, but man, it's still a drought out here for fans of Kobe shoes. But the good news is getting a lot of heat this year. The Kobe 4 is getting one more colorway in the Kobe 6, the reverse Grinch, and then the Kobe 8 Protro is finally coming out. So that's exciting. I'm hoping between all of that, we should all at once, like, give me like one or two pairs and I'm good. Like, I don't have to be greedy. I don't have to have every pair, but just let me get something. So I'm hoping I hit on one of those. What about you?
Man, me personally, like I said, I haven't been able to get anything.
Mhm.
And I mean, and of course, StockX, what GOAT and Flight Club, so they all have different prices and all that stuff like that. But I just have not been able to grab a pair. Me personally, he has some crazy colors and some crazy patterns and everything. And it's like, I think for me, I think my problem is I just want some of the most exclusive ones. I think that
Yeah,
may be the problem. Like, I
that's
don't
it,
get
man.
anything that's regular. I'm getting something that's exclusive and something that's like just hard body, you
That's
know.
it, man. I know you love the Grinch, and that's like maybe one of the, I mean, not maybe, it's definitely one of the most iconic basketball shoes of all time. And
Yeah.
the supply has been so limited, the releases have been so limited. Whereas, like, you know, if you're like me, once you get to a certain point, it's like, man, I'm really not trying to go above retail price just because I know what it costs to make this shoe, and I know, we got
Yeah.
bone marrow. I'm not doing that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel you. Like, it's no knock on anybody if they haven't had any luck. Again, these shoes are retail, and I'm hoping that changes. So you aren't forced to pay resale value because at a
Right.
certain point, it's like, man, I'm not playing that game anymore.
Right, man. I completely understand. Like you said, man, here too, as far as like knowing how much it costs to make them, and then they come over here and it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying, how the
Yeah,
shoe game has just definitely changed since the pandemic. Since the pandemic, there's definitely been a change. But hopefully, we both can get our ourselves a pair of Kobe's and everything because it's definitely gonna be an iconic shoe from here going forward
for sure.
as it should be, as it
Yeah.
should be. I don't want to talk too much about Jordan, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, when he goes, how much y'all gonna start charging people for Jordans then?
Oh, yeah, I know, man.
Good
Hopefully not.
Lord, I don't even want to
Yeah.
think about it. I
I
don't even.
know. Yeah. Again, hopefully that's not for a long time because man, oh man, and rightfully so. When like Kobe passed, when Bill Russell passed away, like the NBA does a really good job of celebrating its heroes.
Yes, they
And
do.
man, everyone just have to rename the league after Michael Jordan.
It seems
Hopefully
like
for a long
they're gonna
time.
have to. I believe they're saving the logo for him, man. I believe they
Oh,
saving
that'd be
the
crazy.
logo.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think they saving the logo for him, man, because I thought Kobe was going to get the logo, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. I thought it
I
was
thought
going to happen that same year.
Yeah, I know. I was a little bit more skeptical of that, but I will tell you one thing I did think Kobe was going to get. I thought, and it's kind of pertinent to the discussion, the overall discussion the country's having is I thought he was going to get the scoring record. Like if I were a betting man back like a decade ago,
Right,
before his body really started breaking down, I really thought he was going to catch Kareem. And now fast forward 10 years and it's LeBron. So
right. I mean, the thing about it is, I feel like if his body was able to hold up for a little bit longer, I think he would have been able to do that. I mean, just because Kobe has done some great, amazing things. It's just
mhm.
including from the beginning of his career coming out, earning minutes behind guys like Eddie Jones and playing with Nick Van
Yeah.
Axel.
Yep.
I'm saying, coming into the Lakers, 96 and just from then until so that beautiful farewell speech that I actually listened to this morning just
Mhm.
after his 60-point game and just Mamba out and everything, and
Yeah.
it's not as emotional to watch it now. It's more like a celebration now. The
For
first
sure.
year when he passed, I couldn't
Rough.
really watch too much of anything Kobe
Yeah, I
because
agree.
it would just like kind of just like I have to be like, man, I got to get out of here, man, because
It's
it
too
was
raw.
so crazy. It was just so crazy. It was too soon, and or anything. It was just too soon. And I still believe it's too soon. I hate that we'll never see or never actually know. We get an idea, but we never actually know what Gigi will ever turn into. Because it's people that talk about women basketball players, and me personally, I like Maya Moore and Cynthia
Mhm.
Cooper. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Those are two greats that just comes to mind for me. And I believe Gigi was going to be number three.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's yeah,
I believe she was going to be
that's
a great
big.
player. I
Yeah,
really
that's big
believe.
praise for sure. Yeah, man, we'll never know. That's definitely part of the painful part about it. But
Exactly.
well, one thing though is both their legacies will live on. I'm glad they were around in a time where it wasn't like Wilt's 100-point game where we
Right.
only have like radio evidence, no video. So
Right.
I'm glad that it is documented and that legacy is going to live on. That's been proven now, and it seems like he had a bunch of acolytes, a bunch of people around him who are like going to make sure they spread the message. So that is the silver lining is so much of it we're able to go back and access just in a couple clicks. So
Right. Right. So just okay. Favorite Kobe moment. Just not even having to think about
the airball game,
it.
the
Hey
bravado,
man. Well,
the
you went old
bravado, the
school with that
bravery.
one.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's where it started for me. That's the first Kobe game I remember watching, and I think is so just so ballsy for an 18-year-old kid to come out and just start heaving air balls in a playoff game and just keep shooting every single time, 4 or 5 air balls, knowing he's going to be getting clowned and mocked and ridiculed. I think I take way more from that than any of his his championships or individual awards or anything like that. To me, that's the Mamba mentality. It's just that keep coming back,
Keep
and that's
coming back.
and that's and that's what I think. I was like 7 years old when that happened, And it just like something like clicked in my brain that day. And I just knew that was my guy.
Right, right. I believe you mentioned that moment actually, or maybe like in our first encounter together as well, too, when we was talking about your book, man. And if you could, man, it just, could you elaborate some more on your book?
Yeah, for sure. It's something I wrote back during the pandemic. So it was, let's see, I started that in spring 2020, got laid off from my day job, my side hustles, all that, nothing but time on my hands. And my family said, take some time and do something that you really want to do. Because at that time, nobody's really hiring, everybody's still locked down. So, interviewed former players, coaches, trainers, Michael Jordan's son, because he had a relationship with him and
Mhm.
just a bunch of different people from different aspects of his life, and just to try to paint this picture and just try to document his sneaker history. And yeah, so I mean, it's a solid little focus on just his shoe for such a guy who did so much. And everything from basketball to business, just one little slice, one little view of something I was really passionate about,
Right.
and a lot of people are into. So yeah, that's really it. And just really a fun experience, no doubt, getting to talk to all those different people.
Yeah, man. And I know you talk to different people all the time, man. And I know, man, I already know you already said that's a great thing to do, to have conversations with Dame and Steph and everything, man. I really wish you had got that opportunity to maybe, have a sit down with Kobe himself. I feel like that would have been
Yeah.
really cool for you.
Oh yeah, I know for sure, man. I wish I had too, but I didn't. What was your favorite Kobe moment?
Man, for me, to be honest with you, now I ain't gonna lie, I love your moment because your moment is really, like you said, the beginning where it all started, how it
Mhm.
all began for us, you know what I'm saying, and everything. Because Kobe could have took those air balls and took this tail, and we never would have had, the Mamba.
That's right.
But for me, it was it was what he did after Shaq won his.
Hmm.
It was, pretty much he used it. He used that to fuel him to get him to, I'm saying, against the Orlando Magic. And they totally, tore apart Orlando, of course. But the signature moment, I feel like, just like I said, everything that he did after Shaq for me, man,
Yeah.
was just okay. Look, no, I am that good. No,
Yeah.
I am the Mamba. No, I can win without him.
That's
And
exactly right.
everything. And when he got that one against Boston and the Magic, I just felt like I was like, okay, yeah, this man is really raw because he did it without Shaq. When everybody said he couldn't do it without Shaq, when everybody said, "Oh yeah, Kobe's the problem,"
Mhm.
especially after Dwayne Wade and Shaq came back from that 4-2 on dirt and everything, man.
Yeah.
I know you remember the headlines. I know you remember the stories. Oh yeah, it was Kobe, 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 and
Oh
then
yeah,
but he
the
used
narrative
that
changed.
right, and
Yeah.
but he used that to fuel him and to uplift him and those rosters because those rosters wasn't the best rosters either outside of what the starting units and even the starting units had holes. So it was like it was all Mamba.
Oh
And
man, and really, you go back. You mentioned Boston, that Boston series. Go back and look at Game Seven. Man, that was a slugfest. It's
absolute
unrecognizable,
slugfest.
unrecognizable from the game that's played today. It was so low scoring. Kobe didn't have a good shooting game because he had like a splintered finger, and he
Yeah,
had heel spurs. But he grabbed like he grabbed like double digit boards. Someone low ball it because I want to say it's like 14 or 15 rebounds in that game,
right.
and just just an unbelievable gutsy performance. And yeah, it's like yeah, he is that guy. He is on the Mount Rushmore
Right.
of NBA.
Right, man. It's just he did a lot of great things, man. I know even down to the like I know it's easy for people to choose that the 81 point game, and
Hmm.
that's a wonderful moment,
Oh yeah,
a wonderful moment, like one of the best moments ever, and of course, the 60-point game, Mamba out, that
yep, that was great.
those are great moments, but it's just for me, man, him having to battle that adversity, like I mean, two times, like what you said, against with the Blazers, and then like I said everything he did after Shaq, because
Yeah,
he really could have went down. Like if he never
no
would have
doubt
won another ring, like people would have asterisks on Kobe, and that's crazy.
for sure.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, having this little brief talk with me. talking some Kobe. I'm glad you was able to, get your book out there a little bit more too, talking about that. You know what I'm saying? I got my shirt on, man, my Kobe
Hey, I love it.
short.
I love it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man. Yeah, man. I gotta wear it for the day, man. So just real quick, Hall of Famer, 18-time All-Star, two-time scoring champ, five-time NBA champ, 15 All-NBA, 1996-97 All-Rookie, 12 All-Defensive, four-time All-Star MVP, 2007, 2008 MVP, also two Finals MVP, 75th anniversary team, 2018 Oscar, which is probably his favorite award for Dear Basketball, Kobe Bean Bryant. Sir, I can definitely say you watching from the heavens. We definitely miss you. We definitely are grateful for your greatness to look back on all your mama mentalities, mamba forevers, just motivation, everything that you was doing and were going to do outside of the game. A guy like me, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for Pat on that as well, saying we definitely appreciate you, grateful for you, and thank you. Rest in peace. Prayers to you, to the family still, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, man, shoot, man, we're gonna see what basketball holds tonight. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some Kobe Bryant tributes from the
Amen to that,
players, coaches,
for sure.
teams, and everything as well tonight, too. As like I said, this is the 3-year anniversary of that.
Amen to that. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And well said in that tribute. And we're going to have to link up again, man. I always enjoy talking to you.
Definitely, man. I'm gonna be in there Saturday, man. I'm gonna be in that arena Saturday, so hopefully
Oh,
I get
cool.
to link up with you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll talk then.
Definitely, man. Well, this has been another edition of A1 Forever Sports. A little quick Hawk talk, Kobe talk, man, with my man Pat Benson, man. I really appreciate him again. You guys can check out his book on Amazon.com. Give him the name of that book one more time for me, Pat.
Kobe Bryant's sneaker history in 1996 to 2020.
Boom. You just heard the man. And then go ahead, you're on your phone anyway. Go ahead and just
Go and do
just go ahead. But
it.
peace and blessings to you all, man. Why settle for less when you can have more with the vision? Be generational because it's always time to be. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba, Gigi, everyone that was involved in that crash. And still so very sorry to all families and praying for all of you guys, man. So, like I said, until next time, we'll be back. We'll be back. Peace and blessings to you. Pat Benson, Chris Tipmore, Will Holland. A1. 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 Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam. Cooler and I'm flyer too.